Xin chao, what's up everybody? Alright, we're on Windway on a Saturday night. It's before all the speakers are up, which is what I like. I come here earlier now. If you come here at 9, unfortunately you can't really film here as a YouTuber unless you're not going to really use any of the audio. Maybe if it's just like a walking thing and you put like new audio over it. Anyways, this is going to be a TRT and weight update and more explaining of TRT and where I've at. Have I lost more weight? Have I gained more weight? Let me know what you guess my weight is in the comment section. Have I gained weight? Guess it before I say it. So I don't know where we were at the last check-in, but I'm 103.4, 103.5 as of today. I think that's more weight loss. I don't really focus on the scale that much. I focus on how my clothes fit and how I look body-wise. I'm starting to see a noticeable difference in my shoulders and in my neckline, and definitely my chest is getting a little bit bigger muscle-wise, and my biceps are getting bigger. It's gonna get to a point though where I need to start cutting fat while still like maintaining weightlifting, but it's gonna have to be focusing more on fat loss and, you know, working out even longer in the gym, and then tuning in my diet even better, and maybe switching to having 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, a lot of chicken breast, a lot of broccoli, a lot of steamed rice, things like this. I think we're gonna make that change in a month or two. But for now, everything's going pretty well with the weight journey. Like I said, I just wanna be around 100 kgs in May. And then we'll set a new goal of 95 kgs and then eventually get to the 90 kgs. And I don't wanna do it fast like I always have, because I almost always tend to put that weight back on. Not quickly usually, but I always put it back on when I lose it too fast. And I think that's the thing of just losing it too fast. If you're really into like weight loss and proper ways to do it, hello.
Hey, how are you, man?
Good, how are you, brother?
Watch your video.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Nice guy. You watch my video all the time. Shout out to you. So like, if you're into like losing weight the right way, it seems Ethan Suplee has really figured it out. If you don't know who Ethan Suplee is, he was in Varsity Blues, the big fat linebacker. He's really in good shape now. He's got a podcast on YouTube. His best interview probably though is with Tom Segura. So you can check that out on YouTube if you want. As far as TRT goes, oh, somebody asked what my diet is right now. My diet is pretty much 1 meal a day, and that's usually I give myself a 2-hour window. So it's I have 2 hours to eat, and usually I'm pretty good. Like they have now in 7-Eleven, they have these. Some guy here figured out that there's bodybuilding's getting popular here. Vietnamese are starting to like get jacked, so they've got a boiled chicken breast with 33 grams of protein for like 30K at 7-Eleven. So what I've been doing since I've been kind of busy is I've been buying 2 of those or 3 of those at 7-Eleven, and then buying a kimchi cup of rice, and usually a cucumber and a tomato. And that's what I've been eating a lot of. However, what I've not been doing is restricting myself hardcore. So if I one day do want to have a cheeseburger and a fry for my one meal, I have that. I will, however, if I do have a cheeseburger and fry, I'll also have maybe a small chopped up cucumber salad with some onion and some small tomatoes in it, and a little bit of vinaigrette. I always make sure I still have some greens in there to eat healthy. Again, if I want a pizza, I'm gonna have a pizza. I try not to have more than 1 cheat meal a week. Sometimes I do have 2. You know, it's always kind of a struggle to figure that stuff out. But I found, for me, this all applies to people differently too. Like, there's no one way to do this, and you have to figure out what works for you, works for your body, and what's gonna work right for you. We can tell I'm not in perfect shape right now, but if you look at my face and look at past videos, you can see we're slowly starting to get in good shape and build good, healthy habits. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is make a lifestyle change and a habit change, instead of just like, let me do this crazy diet and only fast and only 1 meal a day at this exact 1 minute, 10-minute margin and just have chicken breast. Like, I find that it's not sustainable, and eventually you like rage into like wanting to eat good food again. So yeah, this is for me. Again, this is what has worked for me. I know it won't work for everyone. So like, that's why I always just say it's for me. Like, and each body's different, each person's different. I highly recommend that you figure out what works for you. I have lost tremendous amounts of weight extremely quickly on keto diets. I find that keto is a bit difficult to maintain for me. It's just, for me, it's not something I could really do for a prolonged period of time. And every time I go back off to keto, I gain a little bit of weight back. It's just a up and down yo-yo. So for me, it's a lifestyle change. Like, and that's how I'm trying to go and approach it. I'm not perfect. My journey's not perfect. I of course make mistakes. I just always focus on that day and trying to do the best I can that day. So it is what it is. We're making progress, and I'm at least happy with that. I could do better for sure. So as far as the TRT goes, as you know, I take injection TRT now. Injection TRT is not readily available over the counter here, as some people in the comment section like to think it is. I challenge you to go to every single pharmacy and find me one that will sell you an injectable TRT. If you do, I'll give you $50. No joke, because that's how confident I am that you cannot buy it from a pharmacy here. I've been to hospitals, I've been to doctors. They don't provide it here. Maybe at some point they did, but they do not, as of now, provide injectable. They go the gel route for every place. You can get the gel all over. I can tell you where to get the gel everywhere. And I'm not a fan of the gel. Like everybody said when I was taking the gel, the injectable is the way to go. Of course, if you're going to take the injectable, you need to go see a doctor. You need to get your sperm count checked. You need to see where your levels are. And then as you start taking TRT, you then need to see where your levels are again, see if you're taking too much or too little. I was taking too much for a while there, and now I'm at half the dose essentially, and that seems to be just perfect. All the blood work is good with that, so we finally kind of found the dose that works. I still feel the benefits of it. You know, I've met quite a few people that do take TRT, and they say they don't feel any different when taking it, so I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how they feel about that, but it is what it is. So, yeah. I do. I notice a significant change in mental awareness. I feel better, more energized. You will have a significant period of time where you will feel more hungry because your metabolism is going to really kick it up. And you've got to be really mindful of your diet. I've had a lot of guys being like, I'm in Thailand, I can just buy it. And they're not getting any like really tests done, and they're already pretty overweight. And I'm like, well, dude, if you're not going to go to the gym and you're not going to like be active every day, I don't recommend it for you, because you're just going to put more weight on, and you're probably going to take too much, because that seems to be an overall thing from a lot of people I've talked to. It's really, you got to start to be proactive when you start to take it. That's my biggest recommendation, is to start moving around and shit like that when you take it. Like, start actually doing cardio. I just got the shortest skirt on in the world. Start actually doing cardio. Jesus Christ. Start actually doing cardio. Start actually going to the gym and lifting weights. You don't have to be perfect. You can go 3 days a week. You know, as long as you go those 3 days a week and you kind of try to do all the different groups, you don't have to go crazy hard. You just need to get your body moving, you know? Just walking isn't going to really work. When you're on your first kind of weight loss cycle, just walking can be very effective, but you'll eventually plateau in the weight loss where your body's just super used to the walking, so it's just not as effective anymore. Like, you have to take that into account when calories are factored as well. So this is all just shit I've learned from being fat, being skinny, being fat, being skinny, being fat, being skinny, now being on TRT and trying to get skinnier and put on actual muscle mass for the first time probably in my life. So I hope this was helpful for somebody out there. Again, see a doctor, get your blood work done, figure out what works for you. If you can't manage to find yourself injectables here, pretty easy to be honest, then go ahead and use the gel. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have anything to add, go for it. I'm not really looking for advice on dieting and shit. But I appreciate the effort, but to just save you keyboard strokes, no need for all that. So thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Stay frosty. Peace out.